Do you need 4 wireless microphones? I got you covered. Let's get into it. I do want to say 7 Rhymes did send this product out to me to review. However, I'm still going to give my 100% honest review and reactions to this product. And while you're here, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. All right, let's get back to it. Now I want to talk about some of the things that come with these microphones. You got your TRRS and your TRS adapters. Your TRRS would be the gray head and your TRS is the black head. And you can tell the difference because TRRS has 3 rings and the TRS has 2 rings. Now, I do love these stretchy little cables. These are very helpful. And along with the USB-C to USB-A/C adapter, you can use these devices on just about any other device possible that you can think of, say a phone, a camera, straight into your computer. You can use these with just about anything. Now, the microphones themselves, they do come with a little clip, but they also come with these little magnets, which I like the magnet because I don't like the microphone up underneath my beard, which is a lot of times where I'd have to clip it on a collared shirt. But if I use these magnets, I'd be able to have it off to the side to where my beard won't be running over top of the microphone or anything like that, getting a little scratchy effect. So that is a huge plus for me. Along with the dead cat and the 7 Rhymes carrying case to put all your peripherals in while traveling or storage. This is a really good setup. Now, some of the specs of these microphones. It is a 4-channel microphone for multi-person recording. It does record in 24-bit. And it has real-time monitoring with the headphone jack on the receiver, which is really cool. It does have 1 key denoise button, an operating time up to 10 hours, and a 200-meter range in an open area, which is over 650 feet. Now, those are some of the specs, but let's face it, you really want to know what this thing sounds like. So I'm going to get this plugged in and we're going to give it a little listen to. Alright, this is the 7 Rhymes wireless microphone in a semi-untreated room with my fan and air conditioner going. I am using the magnet clip. I have the receiver plugged directly into my computer, had no issues there. Computer recognized the device right away. I am monitoring myself directly into the receiver with these headphones. It is supposed to be no latency. However, there is a little bit of latency. It's like 2 milliseconds. Not enough to make a huge difference, but there is a very slight latency. But this is what it sounds like. Now, there is a mute button on this microphone. It is the yellow button right there. That is your mute. I could be talking and now I'm back. So that is your mute button. You do have a one-touch noise reducer. I think it's more like a low pass filter or a high pass filter. It is on the other side. It is this button right here. If I was to press it and I double pressed it, but you see the light turns green to let you know that you are using the noise reducer. This is what the noise reducer sounds like in a semi-untreated room, fan and air conditioner going. So this is what it sounds like. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and we're going to go outside. I'm going to put the dead cat on this thing and we're going to do some outside tests. All right, I'm outside now and the wind is blowing. I don't have the noise reducer on. There's a dog barking in the background. I don't know if you can hear that, but the wind's blowing. I do have the dead cat on, so I'm gonna turn on the denoiser. And this is what it sounds like with the denoiser on, outside with the dead cat, wind blowing. Hopefully the dead cat's kind of knocking down some of that wind. Now let's check out some of the distance. So this is some of the distance. I'm probably about, I don't know, 10 yards away right now. I'm gonna go a little bit farther. This is what it sounds like. I'm gonna be walking, talking. Hopefully you can still pick me up. I'm gonna end up going behind my shed. This is probably, I would say this is a good 20 yards away. You're not going to be using this microphone much farther than this unless you're like in a big concert hall. But this is what it sounds like if I just walk around my shed. There is going to be a little bit of impedance. Hopefully that there is no distortion. I was talking throughout the entire time. Now there's back to a clear sight. Hopefully it picks up pretty well, and this microphone does well, because I think from what I've heard so far, this microphone has done really well in all my sound tests. So hopefully it does well now. And now we're going to go back inside. All right, we are back in the studio, and I still have the noise reducing on with the wind cat. This is what it sounds like in studio with the dead cat on. All right, one feature that I neglected to mention earlier was that it has a one-touch gain. And if you go through, it is on the very bottom, at the same as the power and mute button at the bottom. You go through, and if I was to click it, you saw that light bar kind of decrease. This is the lowest gain volume, level 2, level 3, and level 4. Level 4 is where I like to be with this thing. I think for me, this is where I like it to pick up my voice to where I don't have to do very much post-processing at all. As a matter of fact, no post-processing. I'm not going to mess with this thing at all. This is what you are getting, raw sound. So this is the sound quality you are going to be getting from these 7 Rhymes wireless microphones. What I would suggest for somebody who would want these is someone, say, who needs a 4-person podcast, who needs to be in a convention hall, walk-in talks, anything of that nature. These microphones would be great. They are currently listed for $139 right now with a normal price of $160. So normally I like to keep myself doing budget gear, and I don't consider $160 budget gear. However, let's break it down a little bit. It is $160 at its normal price, but you get 4 microphones. So that's $40 a microphone, making this a budget gear price. So I'm gonna highly suggest you pick this up on Amazon right now. I will leave a link in the comments and description below. I'm gonna go ahead and give this 5 stars. I think this is a great wireless microphone. It works great for what it does. There's nothing much else I can say. Alright, that does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. I am the Bearded Geek, and remember, if I don't see you again, thank you for being a friend.